Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagatgurum. So we are discussing Karma Yoga aspect of Bhagavad Gita or other karma. Everybody does karma. But when it is that the karma becomes karma yoga, yoga is to join. English word yoke, Y-O-K, yoke, to join. Any kind of yoga. And traditionally you have karma yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga, raja yoga. Also hatha yoga. Compared to these four yogas, hatha yoga is more about the body, disciplining the body. People have described in many ways what is ha, what is tha, etc. But if there is no spiritual perspective to it, then the physical part of yoga, which is hatha yoga, really describes the word hatha. Hatha is stubbornness. Hatha is stubbornness. What is the stubbornness here? That I want to make my body long lasting. Nothing wrong about it. You keep your body healthy. You keep your body which can survive for longer. But the purpose of that has to be yoga, not otherwise. So what do you think? What are the people who make body so strong? Do you think their purpose is yoga? Do you think their purpose is higher dimensions of our life? But they make the body. Other day I saw some videos. Strongest people in the world in their lifetime. It's a matter of 15-20 years. Because of the size of their muscles, the same muscles which were strong once upon a time gives way. So he is not even able to walk properly. Forget about fight. Famous, in whose name there is a day is celebrated. Muhammad Ali was a strong fighter. At the age of 50-55, he cannot even hold a pen in his hand. We are not here criticizing. What we are telling is that you become stubborn to make your body strong. You can make the body strong. We must remember whatever is pertaining to body has a limit. Your strong body has a limit. You may live pure life, you may live good life, you may live healthy life, fine. But the stubbornness to make the body everlasting, even if it is a yoga, because the purpose was noble, that's why it is called hatha. Positive, many meanings are there. So idea is, whatever we do is oriented towards a goal. Whatever you do, you divide your life into small days or hours. Every hour we do something. And you will find everything has a meaning, everything has a purpose. Then why life where all these small purposes put together can't have a higher purpose, can't have a higher goal. Spirituality is this: to do small things meaningfully. And the purpose of doing all the small things meaningfully has a collective purpose of doing something worthwhile in life, utilizing the life for a purpose. What is the purpose in general? Purpose is something what I have and what I achieve, both put together, is aimed at the third thing, not itself. Goal cannot be within yourself. Within the present condition and the effort to increase your possibilities, these two cannot be the goal. Goal is always the third. Goal is always higher than these two. So we have goal for everything. We have purpose of everything. Why can't we have a purpose which all the small purposes put together, which makes our life and which makes the life with some goal? This is what Sri Ramakrishna says, that eventually the goal of life is to realize the truth. What is the truth? Which is not relative. This is black. With respect to this, it is black. If everything is black, I don't need to say this is black. So idea is, whatever we do, consciously with a purpose, and deciding purpose as something higher, then only your life will be oriented towards that. Is there anybody who takes admission in a college and has no goal to graduate from that college? Why do you think he or she should spend 3-4 years without a goal? So the day you take admission, you know, when I want to come out of this, I want to be graduated, not to be thrown out. So everything is life. What is my purpose? And then evaluate the purpose. If the purpose itself is short-lived, then why you put so much effort? I'm telling this from practical perspective. That's why many small things cannot become the purpose of our life. You say, no, my purpose of life is to eat different kinds of food. Just example. How much time it takes for you to take your food? 15-20 minutes. Tell people who cook 2 hours, 3 hours. Why you should spend 3 hours to get something which is finished within 15 minutes? Just an example, don't stress the example too much. What I'm telling is that the purpose should be more long-lasting than the process. You construct a house, it takes 2 years for you to construct because you are going to live there for 20 years or 30 years. Then it is wise. You say it takes 2 years of time to construct the house and I will be able to stay for 2 months. After that, house is redundant. Nobody will construct. So the purpose should be more long-lasting than the process itself. Whenever we do spiritual practice, if we can remember that the purpose of my spiritual practice is more long-lasting than practice itself. So everybody does karma. Some people with a purpose, some without purpose. Sometimes people do not know the purpose, just follow. Sometimes the purpose is wrong, sometimes the purpose is right. Result is different, harmful, helpful, etc. So whatever we do must have a purpose. And the purpose we should be able to decide. Why do we do what we do? As I was telling the other day, this question we must ask ourselves. Sometimes, if not daily. Why do I do what I do? Why am I doing this? What's my purpose? Is the purpose higher than the process itself? If the purpose which I have thought about, can you just go to any college and take admission? No. You take admission in a college from where you want to pass out, want to have a degree. So why in this college of life we are? What we want to achieve out of it? Is there any purpose of our existence? These questions we must ask. And those who are sincere, I was telling today morning to somebody, even if you are an atheist, even if you don't believe in religion, don't believe in God, don't believe in anything spiritual, still, you must be serious, sincere and honest about what you want to practice. If you are an atheist, be an honest atheist, seriously atheist, not for sake of criticizing anything. Seriousness, sincerity, honesty, that atheist, if one has these three qualities, are the best candidate for a spiritual life. I remember people say, I don't believe in God. You don't need to. Why to believe in God? Swamiji put this one beautifully. The old religion said that he is an atheist who didn't believe in God. But the new religion says he is an atheist who doesn't believe in himself. It is not confidence to pass an exam, not that. Believing in yourself. I remember one young man coming and telling me, I don't believe in God. I said, that's perfectly fine, nothing wrong about it. How do you say you are a monk? I said, forget about me, think about you. God doesn't exist, no problem. Do you exist? Yes, I exist. Start from there. Let that be your hypothesis. And that can be led to Vedanta. Then the impermanency around you, your being witness of all the changes happening, all these philosophies can come. But if you are just not honest, you just want to say that I don't believe in God and those who believe in God are fools. Purpose of your life cannot be proving me as a fool. Purpose of your life should be proving yourself as intelligent. Whether I am intelligent or a fool doesn't matter to you. But you should be intelligent, not a fool. So sometimes honest atheists are the better people. Swamiji says that. If there is God, we must see Him. If there is Atman, we must realize that. Otherwise, it is better to be an atheist than to be a hypocrite. Swami Vivekananda. These are all very big statements. How an atheist is better than a hypocrite? At least he is honest. I don't believe in God. I remember one Chinese lady passed away. About a week or 10 days before her passing away, she asked me, what will happen to me? I don't go to the temple, I don't go to church, I don't go to mosque. What will happen to me? I said, nowhere in the scripture it is written that if you go to temple, you will get liberation. At least in Hindu scriptures doesn't write that. So going to temple cannot be a criteria for a person to evolve. Of course we take help of the temple. Welcome. Then what about 2000 years before? There was no Hindu temple. People were not spiritual. Maybe they were more better than us. The basic goodness. So because I knew that she has terminal cancer and it's a matter of time. So I told, be honest to yourself. You don't see God, but you see people around you. You people around you who love you, people around you, one or two, who doesn't like you, hate you. Pray for all of them. It doesn't matter. God is there or not, or God hears or not. You send your good wishes to all of them. Just may all of you be happy. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhudrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkham apnuyat. There is no God here. There is no God. So they pray this. Let everybody be happy. He helped me. God bless him. Oh, she hates me. God bless him more. And then I told maybe to encourage her, to make her more positive. I told, if God is there, and if He is staying on the other part, other shore after death, be rest assured He is there to welcome you because you are good. And few days before passing away, she told me she was never so much contented in her life. So idea is this. We must have a goal. Goal should be higher and more permanent, or rather more long-lasting than the process. And it is through your honesty and sincerity. Whatever you believe in. But this is required. So last week when we talked, we ended with these two. I remember, I have written down, that it could be good for us to give little time in discussing about detachment and control of senses of knowledge. There are two words, Shama and Dhamma. Shama is in general control of the mind or internal organ. Dhamma is control of the external organ. If mind is not controlled, neither your senses can be under control, neither your senses of knowledge can be under control. So there are two types of control. One is to control the senses which collects the information from this world. And another five senses, one set of five senses of action, which respond to the information gathered. So five senses gather the information, five senses react to it. When we react, it is karma. Of course, this also is karma. So when five senses brought the information, eyes, nose, skin, ears, whatever, and all this is processed here, and here there is something called hard disk. It's called mind stuff. In technically they translate mind stuff. Memory is part of that, which is called chitta. Mind is which deals with the objects, Chitta is where the memory is stored. Buddhi is that aspect of mind which has a capacity to decide. Should I do this or this? No, I should do this. That resolution is done by buddhi. So who is an intelligent? Who is buddhiman or buddhimati? One who has capacity to do right resolution. Not one who gets good marks. Not that one who is very smart. You can be smart. But your decisions, the ability to make decisions, the ability to make right decisions again, he or she is intelligent, buddhiman. So there is one mind. Same mind is called chitta, manas, chitta. Same mind is called buddhi. And same mind is called ahankara. All is one. So you can say, I'm a man, I'm a monk, I'm an Indian citizen, just to say that I'm a singer. This four is the same person. Sri Ramakrishna gives example. A person at home, he could be husband. In office, he is a employee. When he cooks, he is a cook. When he writes, he is a writer. When he sings, he is a singer. So all these different names are when they perform different roles. So it is the same antakarana. Anta means inner. Karana is instrument. The inner instrument, mind, in general mind. So mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankara. These four are the same thing. There is no difference. When it is confused or rather deals with the objects, is mind. When decides, resolves, is buddhi. Stores the information and also the search engine, is chitta. And one who feels I, your sense of individuality, your sense of I, me, is called ahankara. The purification of the whole process, this antakarana, you will find sometimes in the scriptures this. For the purification of antakarana, for the antakarana shuddhaye, for the purpose of cleaning my antakarana, cleaning the mind, cleaning the body, cleaning the memory. If I tell somebody, hey, clean this phone, so one person will say, take a cloth and clean. But one who is IT, hey, clean this phone. So all the duplicate files and all the unnecessary things, he or she will clean. I just read something very interesting. The boy said to his father, Father, from tomorrow I will not go to school. Father said, why? Because all the teachers have different opinion about the same thing. How can we? My biology teacher says cell means cell in the body. My physics teacher says cell is a battery. My another teacher says cell is a room. My another teacher says cell is to cell. 5 teachers, 5 opinion of the same word. No. Same person acting in different ways. Same antakarana is performing different duties as mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankara. And to purification of that is karma yoga. So with 5 senses we gather the information. With the all senses eventually goes in the brain. there it is processed. Very interesting how it is processed. Eyes can see, but eyes cannot smell. Nose can smell, nose cannot see. Hand can touch, hand cannot see, cannot smell. Tongue can taste, no other senses can taste. But you take an object, you take a piece of cake, first you saw it, then you touched it, then you smelled it, then you eat it. 4 types of perception took place for the same object called cake. And then there is a holistic idea about a cake in your brain, and that is stored. Then any object comes, immediately mind starts searching. Have I seen this object earlier? And it is so fast, faster than Google. You search Google, I don't know, most of you should have observed it. You type a word, enter, and the options will come. Before the option in a corner it is written, found 50,000 answers in 0.005 seconds. So proud. Our search engine is very powerful. Our individual brains are more powerful. Is there any computer who can remember smell? Till now, no. It can remember sound. It can remember picture. It can remember words. So I was telling, computer science has reached 40% progress. 60% is yet to be reached. Computer can take a photograph and the sound. You still have to have a computer which will remember the smell, remember the taste. Touch, it has started, but yet to classify, I do not know. It recognizes a picture. So almost 40% computer science has progressed. I can WhatsApp a picture to you. You can immediately see it. I can WhatsApp a song. Immediately you can hear it. I put a flower and enter. The smell of the flower reaches you. Not achieved yet. I put a mango. The sweetness and the sweet fragrance both goes by WhatsApp. Not yet. But it's coming. I don't know. Those who are in that line, it is coming. Very interesting. I'm not good in IT, but it's coming. One young man in one of the MIT or somewhere, a thought came in his mind. When I used the, what do you call it? Mouse, and the cursor moves on the screen. If I use the reverse technology, something that on the touch screen, I move the cursor and the mouse should move. I'm telling 20 years before he has started researching on that. Anyway, just came to my mind, so I'm telling. So what is the idea? We must have control on the 5 senses of knowledge which gathers information. Then you should have a control over your mind which processes that information. Then you have a control over the 5 senses of action which is going to respond to the word. So these 3 types of control are necessary. Which is easier? Nothing is easy. But without any external help, you can control your mind. Up to certain extent, some senses you can control. I don't want to say I close my eyes. This also is a control. I don't want to hear. I don't want to taste. I don't take. Anyway, the natural tendencies of the organs, of the senses, have to be controlled subdued and directed toward the purpose which I want to go. Who decides where I should go? Mind. So that control has to be there. How you go with the feet, hand, organ of action, senses of action. So you have to have control over that. And collecting information. That control we must have. So, Shama is control over the mind and up to a certain extent control over the senses of knowledge. Dhamma is control over the external organ and one part of the control of internal organ or other senses. Spiritual practice is nothing but this, to have proper control over yourself and redirecting your senses for the right purpose. That's why control is necessary. You have a good car, very good capacity of the car, beautiful car, more people can see it, comfortably can sit. No, only steering is not there. Then your beautiful car will go and collide definitely, because it doesn't have a direction, it doesn't have a control over the wheels. So idea is this, that whenever we do karma, this is background story. Everybody is doing in their life, but if knowingly we do, probably it will be better for us to control ourselves and manage our life in a better way. Everybody lives life. Sometimes animals are better. Why? They cannot go out of the program. They will not go out of the program. Human being can go out of the program. Human being has a capacity to upgrade the software. Human being has a capacity to alter the software. Human being has a capacity to restrict the usage of the software. Animals don't have. Except human being, nobody has. They are given a software, it will work in its full extent without any intervention of that animal. That's why animals keep on leading the same life. If it comes in contact with human being, up to a certain extent, you try to teach them something. But that also they teach only on a superficial level. Its nature changing is the intelligence of the animal. So we are human being. First we should study the software which God has given to us. So this is the study of the software. Five senses of knowledge, gathers information, processes in the mind, and reacts to it with the five senses of action. This is the software. And also hardware. The senses of actions are hardware. But there is somebody within who controls senses, both of knowledge and of action, and the mind. Then who I am telling to control? Who is the person to control? Who wants and directs that? You have a car, you have a driver, car has a steering, car has an accelerator, car has wheels, and you are sitting in the back seat and busy in your work. What you do? You tell the driver, take me to Suntec City. You don't need to worry about it, he will take you. That person is the Jivatma who directs his buddhi, who is a driver, who controls the four wheels, accelerator and steering. And the bhokta, the enjoyer, he doesn't do any of this. He doesn't drive the car. Car is driven by another person. We are the Jivatma. And the Jivatma, when his station comes, Jivatma gets down. Leaving the car outside. Body is a vehicle. We are given this vehicle with little software, mind, and there is a shloka in Kathopanishad. Atmanam Rathinam Vidhi. Consider Atman or the Jivatman as a Rathi, one who sits, a passenger. Shariram Rathamevatu, and the body is the chariot. Buddhim tu Sarathim Vidhi. Buddhi is the driver. Manaha Pragrahavan. The reins with the horse is the mind. You control the reins. Indriyani Hayanahu. Haya is horse. Senses of action are the horses. Vishayans Teshu Gocharan. But this whole chariot, with a driver, with a passenger who is the owner of the chariot, this chariot runs where? Vishayans Teshu Gocharan. All the sense objects are the path. On that, this body goes. Where you are going? I am going to a restaurant to eat. Where you are going? I am going to watch a movie. I am going for doing this. I am going for doing this. Who enjoys? Body? No. Who enjoys? Buddhi? Mind? No. You enjoy. So you are telling your body, okay, but the process is so natural to us that we never classify and divide it. You are telling your body, take me to the restaurant. Food is taken. Food is in the stomach. Who enjoys? Stomach enjoys? No. You say no, mind enjoys. No, mind is a instrument through which you enjoy. Food was good, you go second time. Food is not good, you don't go second time. Food was worst, you go other direction. Who decides that? You decide. So you are the person within. Now to realize that, you need to analyze. So to analyze the whole scenario, purpose is to know the who am I. When you come to know that you are the Jivatma, the first thing will happen that you understand that I am not the road, I am not the horse, I am not the reins, I am not the driver, I am not the car. That realization automatically will come when you understand that I am a passenger and I have nothing to do with. You know, there are many people, different way of telling, example I am giving. No, Swamiji, I thought there is no point of buying a car. Why? Put the cost of the car divided by 10 years and divided by 365 days, one cost will come. Then I maintain it, then I park it, then I repair it. With that money, every day I call taxi and go. Different way of looking at it. Detachment takes place. So, two aspects we wanted to think. One is detachment and one is control over the senses. What is detachment? Detachment cannot be there with the objects which you have nothing to do. If I have nothing to do with you, I don't need to be detached with you. Detachment takes place where you are attached or where you have chances of attachment. You have attachment with the people, places and objects around you, You have a quarrel and fight with the people, things which are around you. You don't have a fight with a passers-by. You have a quarrel with your own people. Why with your own people? Because you have to deal with them. That's why you will find these are common complaints. Sorry to little diversion. People have a problem with them. Oh, you are so nice to them, not nice to me. He or she has to be nice to them because nothing to do with them. But here, there is a transactional relationship. So you have all kind of calculation. Where you don't have a transactional relationship, passers-by, met on the in MRT or in flight or somebody is sitting beside you for 4 hours. So you happen to talk to them. Oh, very nice person. Yes, nice person for 4 hours. You can't stay with them. You do not know who they are in their other roles of life. So this we make mistake. Detachment, the question comes with the people, places, things, concepts, thoughts, which you have to deal with. Generally, people don't think how to be detached with the concepts. People don't think about it. But it is a concept, if you are too much attached, you become a different person and become violent, just for the sake of concept. Think the result of a cricket match, how people become so emotionally active. It's a concept. Everything is a concept around you. But that concept is strong enough to irritate you, to disturb you, or to make you active. So you must be detached with. Swamiji writes in one poem, somebody will come and appreciate you. Somebody will come and blame you. You don't lose control over your mind and keep the peace of your mind intact. Swami Akhandanandaji, Sri Ramakrishna's another disciple, says when we used to meditate in Varanagar Mutt after Sri Ramakrishna's passing away, the disciples used to stay in this haunted place. We never, or rather we didn't always meditated on God. We meditated on concepts. What is the concept? Sit down and meditate. Long queue, hundreds of people are there to pay respect to me. Somebody is garlanding, somebody is doing something there. Am I getting ego? How great I am? No. Suddenly these 100 people standing in queue vanished. One person came and slapped me. Am I getting angry because of that? So detachment with the concept, detachment with the people, detachment with the things, places. Which places, which people, which concept, that with which you have to deal with. And detachment is not something negative. People say, oh, how to remain detached? 1,000 times I have asked these questions to many people. What is opposite of attachment? And 99.99% people say detachment. Correct? Attachment, opposite to attachment is detachment. No. I am very much attached to it. I can't live without it. And now I am detached. Is that opposite? No. I hate it. Hatred or aversion is opposite to attachment. Attachment and aversion are opposite to each other. Detachment is the right attitude in the center. It is neither attachment nor hatred. Detachment. So detachment is not negative. In the same way, renunciation is not negative. What is renunciation? Oh, to give away, to give up. No. Renunciation is your effort to go higher. Automatically lower thing will be renounced by you. You don't need to try. So some of you after the class will go to temple. Without leaving Sarada Hall, can you go to temple? Without leaving ground floor or first floor, can you go to the second floor? No. Your effort to go to second floor, first floor is automatically renounced. So renunciation is not negative. Renunciation is your effort to go higher. If I go higher, the other floors will be automatically renounced by you. So these concepts are, for some reason, we have understood in one way. Oh, he renounced everything, so what? I remember when we left our home and whatever. So the one Swami said, do you think you renounced everything? I said, I'm not going back to my home. I didn't bring any money of my parents. I didn't bring any property papers with me or fixed deposit receipts with me. I renounced everything. I said, what was in your father's house which belonged to you? Nothing. You didn't earn that money to consider that money as your own. That house you did not buy, so you have no question of renouncing the house. Your renunciation will start now. You renounce your desires, you renounce your attachment, all internally renouncing. So renunciation is automatically become detached. You don't need to throw away anything. Just a detached feeling, even if it is there, I have nothing to do with it. I remember one boy wanted to join the mission. Very rich man's son. Very, very rich. The boy, by God's grace, so came and joined. So he is a newcomer, young man. So young man is given simple works. Go to the kitchen and cut the vegetables. Go to the temple and wash the utensils of puja. So that boy was very happily cutting the potatoes. And for 2-3 hours, he has to cut the potatoes. His father came to see and found his highly educated son is cutting the potatoes. So he called him and says, if you wanted to cut potatoes, I will buy a knife made of gold. And the whole godown of potato I will give you. Whole life you cut the potatoes. So the son smiled and told, but Papa, that golden knife is not Sri Ramakrishna's knife, and this potato will not be used for serving devotees. Your potatoes are for your sake. Your knife is for your property. This is nobody's property. This knife doesn't belong to anyone. Everything is in attitude. Everything is in the way you want to look at it. It is not the thing which you renounce. What you can renounce? You renounce something which belongs to you, which is yours. Look, that house did not belong to me. I didn't construct the house. I did not earn the money to it. So how to renounce that which doesn't belong to me? What belongs to me is my anger, my ego, all these things. That is renunciation. External renunciation, nowadays the definitions have changed. Your son studies in America, has renounced you last 5 years, staying alone. Is it renunciation? No. Staying separate is not renunciation. We left parents' house and started staying in the ashram. Change of venue is not renunciation. So everything is internal. That's a concept. So we must understand the concepts which are painful to us, the concepts which are making me down, the concepts which are not helpful to me. So detachment with the concept. Sometimes people come because we are monks, you see, sorry to say, but somehow in the present time, monks are identified with a particular political party in India. So people will come and say, they lost so many seats. It's okay, it's news to me. I don't need to be excited about it. Not that I don't care, but I'm not attached to that. Just for the fun sake. Swamiji, you support which party? The ruling party. We have nothing to do with party. We have nothing to do with ideology of the world. No, people good, people bad, doesn't matter. Everywhere good people, bad people are there. Our purpose is to serve. It doesn't matter under whose guidance. So idea is this, that detachment with the concept, detachment with the people. So whatever happens to your wife, I don't care. Whatever happens to your husband, I don't care. No, that is not detachment. Detachment of a doctor. A doctor have to be detached in terms of doing the operation. If you become attached, cannot perform the operation. Detachment doesn't mean your zeal is reduced, your love is reduced. Detachment doesn't mean your concern is reduced, your sense of duty is reduced. Detachment is a concept. And that concept has to be for the higher purpose. If the purpose is higher, the lower things, your detachment will come easily. Attachment is the people, the places, the concept which you use for your own personal benefit. Then the attachment comes. Hatred comes when you didn't get that support or you didn't get that desired things from them. Then you become angry and you start hating them. Detachment. Detachment is possible only if the purpose of your relation, the purpose with the place where you stay, purpose with the concept you deal, when the purpose is higher, then only detachment will come. If that people, places, things, if that is your purpose, you can never be detached. I don't know whether I am able to clearly speak about it. I am using this phone. What should I should take care of it or not? Yes, I should take care of it. Should I be attached to it? If you want, you can. I should be sincere. I should have concern for it. I should look after it. Still with a feeling that I am not the owner of this. Why you say, Swamiji, I spend my own money. How do you say I am not the owner? Because you yourself is a very short-lived individual. Unfortunately, when you leave this world, you can't take your mobile phone with you. Detachment from that perspective that everything eventually, that which is on the level of my body is short-lived. And that thing will come provided you realize that I am not this body, I am a soul who is going to transmigrate. So spirituality only can bring detachment. Temporary detachment takes place many times. I use less phone. As soon as you repair, oh no, now okay. That detachment is temporary. Oh, I hate him, this person. Then I saw that person is beneficial to me. Oh, he's a very nice man. People's immediately opinion change. Attachment and detachment cannot be practiced if your purpose of keeping relationship with this object, people, places or the things, if the purpose is not higher, you cannot be detached with them. And detachment again is not hatred. Detachment is the correct attitude. Attachment may harm you. Hatred definitely harms you. Detachment is the only attitude which saves you. And detachment doesn't mean that your love and concern will be reduced by that. No. So these are the concepts, ideas, but it has no use if you don't think and practice up to a certain extent according to your ability. Will talk little about this control of the senses in the next class, and then we shall go forward with this Karma Yoga. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.